I gave way more to my hood than he gave to me. All he gave me was dead homies and some enemies. What's the recipe to get up out this hellhole? I don't know, but I gotta go before a nigga rest in peace.
Can you start by introducing yourself?
My name is Rashid, and I'm also the CEO of Highly Hated. My early childhood, I grew up out here in White Center, right in Park Lake Homes. Some people don't know what that is because now it's Greenbridge. For me, my memorable moments would be just being outside. I don't know if you notice in this generation, not many people be outside, but for us, we was outside playing cops and robbers, playing basketball. It was like a nonstop thing. We about to be outside until the lights come on, and then we got to go back inside.
Thank you for all the things that these guys are doing for the community and for themselves as well, family and all. Thank them for allowing me to pray with them. Thank the community of Seattle for allowing you guys to be here to help. And I just pray that everybody get everything that they need for the Thanksgiving and holidays. And if we're not in presence, we all in spirit. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
I've faced many different type of obstacles or challenges, but I think the main one that I've faced was back in 2017. I was shot, and that one was tough because it was like all you can think about is that moment. You know what I mean? PTSD was real. But the way I overcame it was with my support system of like my friends and family and things like that, and people staying in my ear and just reminding me that you're still here, you're still able to do the things you do. So, you know what I mean? Like you overcome it and you just keep moving forward. You don't look back at it. Honestly, what led me to get to my career path was growing up out here in White Center and understanding what we have been through, but also a lot of positive role models in my life. It made me realize that there's positive peer pressure. So like, it made me want to be able to give back the same way that they gave back to me. I wouldn't be the guy I am today without somebody who taught me the things that I know. And my first job was at Southwest Boys and Girls Club, and that's how I got into the field. But what motivated me to keep doing it was just seeing them grow up from, you know what I mean, 3rd grade or kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade and make it through high school. And I would love to keep doing that. So that's why I love doing what I do. And there's a lot of people that played a role in my story, but like my dad, he taught me so much about just being the guy I am today. Like he always told me, like with drugs and everything else, if you don't pick it up, you ain't got to worry about putting it down. And I mean, I got people like, you know what I mean, Namas, Justin, those type of guys, and they were there for me when I was going through tough times, and they're still there for me. Like if I reach out to somebody, because you know, no matter how old we get, we're still not grown. Always gonna have some type of question and gonna be curious about something. Honestly, it's a whole community that has my back. So what inspired the brand was a few years back, just trying to find something that other people can relate to. And it was hard trying to figure out a name for it. But one day, after, you know what I mean, going through a lot of things in life and just realizing that you're overcoming a lot, like where people, they see the words hated, and then they automatically think of something negative. But it was like, no, let's turn that into a positive. So it was like a reverse psychology type of thing. So that inspired me to want to take the risk to be able to do it, not knowing who was gonna really like it. But I just knew that's something that I would like. And then the brand grew to be able to do different type of events under the brand. But it made me realize that with those events, you're creating leaders. And that's how we got into the foundation. So it was like, it's more like, it's not even for profit anymore. It was for the community. Because the brand was already giving back to the community. Why not do it where now a nonprofit is giving back to the community, but also creating young leaders? For me, community support is the biggest thing you could possibly have. Like a lot of people think it's about money and things like that, but it's honestly about being able to just give back. Without a community, we would be nothing. Well, the goal behind this foundation is to be able to create young leaders and give them the tools to be able to succeed, and also just show them that we got their backs the same way that somebody had our backs, but it also is to be able to create a program that where it goes on for generations and generations. So it's not like something that's just gonna be a one-time thing and then it's done. It's like we're there for you no matter what. I don't care if you've made it big, but you still need something. We're still there for you. So Feed the Streets, honestly, it started about 7 years ago. And it used to be just where we're only like feeding homeless. But as the years went by, we were like, we should change it up and actually give back to the community, not just one specific like group. So we changed it up to Feed the Streets, which means we're giving back to anybody and everybody that's hungry. Because growing up in White Center, we didn't have that. We didn't get the chance to be able to walk around and just be like, oh, they're giving out food. Let me go ahead and get that. Or we might not have had money to be able to afford something. You know, like I remember when we grew up, we used to go to Taco Bell and get like a $2 meal. But it was like some people might not even have that $2. So it's like, this is what Feed the Streets was about. It was about bringing the community together and giving back. And the goal is for us to be able to create a whole community just to be out there for this one-time thing and eventually do it more times throughout the year. I've learned to plan it earlier rather than a little bit later, because when I first started doing it, it was a lot harder because you would wait till October and then start planning for November. And it's like, you got to give yourself time for that. But I've also learned that it's cool to rely on people. You know what I mean? Like, I have a great support system. So when it comes down to Feed the Streets, as soon as I mention it, everybody's on board to do whatever it is to help, which is the best part. So it's great to have that. And it's okay to be able to say, hey, I can't do this right now. Could somebody else help me with this?
It's 9 in the morning, I got you knowing, I'm not gonna ever leave you.
I'd hope to improve on being able to bring the awareness to what we're doing, like just to be able to show people what we're doing, because I'm not big on recording the event itself. I'm more of, let's just record the community coming out. Let's record the preparation of the event rather than who's taking the food. But it's just to show people that we all can do this. A lot of people make it and they forget where they came from. But it's like, no, we're still the same people. You know what I mean? And we used to have to go through those things. Why not? Give your time or give, you know what I mean, a little bit of food. But so the goal is just to make it where it just grows to where it's like kind of like a national day. I would have to say I'd like to thank the whole community, because it's hard to just point out one person when it really is the community. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. There's no way that Feed the Streets would happen without community. Like, it doesn't matter if I say I'm going to do it, I go out there by myself, I promise you there's no way I can do it. I'd have to thank the whole community.
You could keep the last nigga a scrub, but just ain't me.
I would like to advise them to take the risk. And when I say that, I mean, if you have a dream, push yourself to achieve that dream. I was always taught, never chase the money. A lot of kids say they chasing the bag. Stop chasing the bag, chase the purpose. So that's one thing I would tell the kids. It's the same thing that I learned, because I used to be that kid where it was like, I need to chase that money rather than doing what you love.
I'm in the west side, it's the best side with a little pretty face. You know we gon' ride. I'm in the west side, it's the best side with a little pretty face. You know we gon' ride.